see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
The MotoGP paddock at Sepang is heating up. Toprak Razgatlioglu's name is back in the spotlight after a competitive performance and a top 4 finish in the Sepang Shakedown test, riding the Toprak Yamaha V4M1. His time was plus 1.556 seconds off the top spot, but the signal was much bigger than just the numbers on the timesheet. This wasn't just another test. For Yamaha, Toprak's results were the answer to many doubts. Since the first day of testing, the Turkish rider has shown consistent progress. His adaptation to the V4M1 engine has been rapid, and what's most striking is his aggressive yet stable cornering, a hallmark Toprak trait that is now starting to blend with the character of the latest Yamaha. Toprak's entry into the top 4 has sparked serious discussion in the paddock. Many observers see this performance as a strong indication that Pramac Yamaha will become a new force, potentially even producing the best Yamaha rider in their V4 project. It wasn't just about single-lap speed, but also his rhythm and bike control, which looked mature throughout the session. The Pramac team itself seemed satisfied. Their focus wasn't on chasing the fastest time, but rather on gathering crucial data on traction, corner exit acceleration, and bike stability under hard braking. Based on internal data, Toprak was said to be able to provide very detailed feedback, something Yamaha desperately needed in this crucial phase of V4 engine development. This performance also emphasized that Yamaha's decision to partner with Toprak was not a speculative move. Amidst the pressure to return to competitiveness in MotoGP in 2026, Razgatlioglu's presence offers real hope, not empty promises. If this progress continues, Pramac Yamaha has the potential to become a new benchmark within Yamaha. The shakedown test hasn't been definitive yet. But one thing is clear. Toprak has set the paddock on fire, and now all eyes are on the next step. Yamaha is no longer just trying. They are starting to show direction. And here's the full news. The atmosphere in the MotoGP paddock at the Sepang circuit is heating up as the shakedown test progresses. The spotlight is now focused on one name, Toprak Razgatlioglu. The Turkish rider has once again made a major splash after breaking into the top 4 with the Pramac Yamaha team, riding the Yamaha V4M1. His time may still be plus 1.556 seconds off the top spot, but the significance of this performance is far greater than mere numbers. For Yamaha, this result feels like the answer to a long-standing question that has plagued their V4 project. Toprak is not only fast, but also demonstrates maturity, consistency, and impressive bike control, especially considering they are still in the early stages of adaptation. Making the top 4 amidst stiff competition from test riders and experienced riders is a strong signal that Razgatlioglu is not just a long-term project, but a real threat from now on. From the initial shakedown session, Toprak's progress was clear. Each run showed improvements, both in terms of one-lap speed, stability in fast corners, and hard braking, areas that have long been hallmarks of his riding style. The combination of Toprak's late braking technique and the characteristics of Yamaha's V4 engine began to gel, something that many had previously doubted. Toprak's entry into the top 4 immediately changed the dynamics of the paddock. Many rival teams began to pay attention to sector data, not just final lap times. In several technical sections at Sepang, Toprak was even said to be able to match riders who had been familiar with MotoGP bikes for longer. This was evidence that Toprak's adaptation to the V4M1 was progressing more quickly than expected. From the team's perspective, Pramac Yamaha demonstrated a very measured approach. Their primary focus was not chasing headline-grabbing fastest times, but rather developing the bike's overall package. Toprak was asked to try various chassis settings, engine mapping, and even aerodynamic configurations. The detailed feedback he provided was crucial for Yamaha in accelerating development. Many observers believe that this performance began to answer a major question: which Yamaha rider could truly take this V4 project to the top level? Based on what he demonstrated at Sepang, Toprak is now considered the strongest candidate to become the best Yamaha rider in this new era. This is not only due to his speed, but also because of his ability to develop the bike while remaining competitive. Toprak's performance also had a significant psychological impact. Yamaha, which had been under pressure for the past few seasons, was now starting to show signs of a revival. Razgatlioglu's presence brought new energy, both within the Pramac garage and within the factory. An atmosphere of optimism began to permeate the air, something that had been rare before. However, Yamaha remained cautious about their euphoria. They realized that the shakedown test wasn't the final straw. But one thing was undeniable: Toprak had changed perceptions. From a rider whose speed was doubted in MotoGP, he was now a figure who made rivals wary. If this trend continued into the next official test, Yamaha would no longer simply be trying to defend. They would be preparing a counterattack, with Toprak Razgatlioglu as their spearhead. The paddock agreed that Sepang was just the beginning, and the heat was just getting underway. The first day of the 2026 MotoGP Shakedown test at the Sepang circuit quickly turned into a major surprise. Amidst the factory team's focus on gathering data and other riders still playing it safe, one name stood out, instantly heating up the paddock: Toprak Razgatlioglu. Taking to the track for the first time on January 29th, Toprak immediately displayed something unusual, a performance that could be described as frightening for a debut. From the very beginning of the session, Toprak's riding style was distinct. He didn't seem hesitant, nor did he seem like a rider adapting. Every time he entered a braking zone, Toprak braked extremely deep, forcing the bike to a stop at seemingly impossible points. The front tire was working extremely hard, but that was precisely where Toprak's advantage came to light. He controlled the bike with pinpoint precision, maintaining balance even at extreme lean angles. To the surprise of many, Toprak didn't take long to find his rhythm. Lap after lap, he recorded increasingly faster times, not with speculative laps, but with neat consistency. This was what caused the other teams to start glancing at the timing screens with expressions of disbelief. First day, new bike, technical Sepang track, but Toprak performed like he'd known it for ages. The climax came when the day one session concluded, and the official timings were released. Toprak finished 6th. A result that felt like a slap in the face to many. It wasn't just about the numbers, but the context behind it. It was his first time on the track, hadn't yet completed a long program, and was still in the early stages of familiarizing himself with the bike. Yet, he was already competing at the front, beating several riders who were more familiar with their machines. Toprak's riding style at Sepang was truly a talking point. He entered corners with great aggression, turned the bike quickly at the apex, and then opened the throttle earlier than most other riders. This approach was risky, but Toprak looked incredibly confident. The bike seemed glued to the track, and every move was executed with confidence. Many observers
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me.